The Jim Norton Show starts now.
Boy, this is really an exciting program today. For the first time ever, I'm beginning this show in my socks. Just putting my gym clothes on, because I have a trainer session right after this show. So, putting my shoes and socks on so I can just run right over there. This way I don't have to shirk my responsibilities here on the Jim Norton Advice Show. Who's that? That doesn't matter. Who's that? No one out there cares.
I think it's for some political show.
No good. Fucking bunch of boring women trying to have opinions. Just suck it!
866-969-1969 if you want to talk to Jim.
Yes, everyone wants to talk to me. If you have time to talk to me. We don't want to. Wow, let's talk to my hero, Manny in Arizona. Excuse me.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, buddy.
I was hoping to get some advice from you. A few months ago, I just ended a 7-year relationship with a girl. And it was a girl I was pretty much getting ready to propose to, but things just didn't work out. And
Okay.
I've gotten over it, but tried to get over it better. But I'm sort of seeing this girl right now. Although she's a transsexual, and I'm just really nervous about it because partly she's good looking, and I guess I have a stigma with it because, I mean, I'm a frump, and most of the girls that I've gone out with and ended horribly were 9s.
Well, hold on. So you're dating a transsexual. Is she passable?
I can actually send you a photo of her really quickly. One sec.
All right, I don't know if I'll be able to see it now, but you can try it. And I'll tell you if she is or not.
To your Gmail account if you can access that. But
Yeah, the real Jim Norton.
yeah, real Jim Norton. Yeah, I got that. And I'm just kind of nervous about it because, I mean, let me just 1 sec. I've slept with men before. I met her about 2.5 years ago. And she kind of actually helped me sort of explore sexuality. I mean, once I found out she was a man, I was...
She's not a man. She's a lady, sir. Stop sullying her name with these lies.
I'm sorry. I respect her that way. That's why I refer to her. When I found out that she was what she was, I was still erect, surprisingly. So I decided to go after her, and then that failed. But I now started seeing her again, and we've been going out for a while. But I'm just sort of afraid to pull the trigger, mainly because I just got out of this relationship, and also. And
she's a transsexual. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean,
sorry.
I don't know. My advice would be: it's easy to say, just go with your dreams, but you know, you have to weigh your options. Are you willing to take any uncomfortability that may come? I mean, I would say if you really like this person and you want to date them, you should try to find a way to date them because, you know, they may never come back if you don't. And then you may regret that forever. Like, you may be losing a good person in your life because you don't think you're supposed to or because you're nervous about it. I mean, why not if you like the person? Why not? What's wrong with it?
I guess, like I said, I was with my last ex for 7 years, and I mean, just kind of losing another person because I've gotten to know her, and she's awesome. She's amazing. She's beautiful. I'm not sure if you looked at her photo yet, but yeah, that's one she sent me a little bit ago. And
where'd you meet her?
I met her at work. Well, my former work, I worked at I was in the marketing team at a casino I worked at. And
what state do you live in?
Arizona.
Oh, okay, cool. She's really cute. So I would definitely, let me see. I'm opening the picture again. But yeah, she's very passable. I mean, you wouldn't know unless you knew. So, yeah, I mean, what the fuck, dude? If you're worried about a relationship, just go on a date. Go out to eat or hang out a little bit, but you don't have to commit to marriage.
Yeah, that's not it. That's also not it. I mean, I've always, sort of taken things one day at a time. If things work out for the better, hell yeah. But if they don't, well, yeah. But I guess I'm just sort of, we've been going out for a while. I've taken out her on a few dates, and I'm just kind of worried about, sort of engaging her and any sort of, intercourse, like I said, I have massive body issues. I'm a decent looking guy, but my body is a mess. And she is gorgeous. She's about almost as tall as me and about 140. I'm 6'2", to give you a hint. So, yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Sorry to interrupt you. But she knows what your body looks like, right? You don't just send your head out. You go out with her.
Yeah.
So she knows you're a bit of a mess, but she likes you anyway. So do it. I mean, again, I can see if you're nervous if you met on Facebook. But if you met in person and you've gone out, she knows what you look like.
Yeah, and I've actually looked better now since when we first met, so I got that working for me. But, I have an average-sized cock, and that would be a shame if, she was hung like Bailey J. I just,
well, then you just count that as a win-win, sir. You lucked out. But don't be so hard on yourself, man. She likes you. She's going out with you. Just enjoy it, okay?
And also, just one more thing. I mean, as you can see, she's very attractive, and so she's kind of a target to either, people with a lot of, prejudice against her, or just sort of scumbags looking for a one-night stand. And I guess that's part of it too. That I've gotten to know her. She's told me of some of the instances. So I guess, I just don't want to approach her as a creep, I mean, like I said, we've gotten to know each other, but I just still have that, back of the mind thought that, what if she just thinks I'm a fucking creep looking to hook up with something different,
you are a guy who wants to have sex with her and likes her. You've gone to dinner. Because there are creeps, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to fuck somebody you like. You just want to approach them differently, and you've gone out a few times, you've gone to dinner, and if you treat her respectfully and you treat her well, then she won't think you're a creep.
Oh yeah, I treat her like a lady.
All right, well, there you go. That's all you got to do. Take that beautiful lady home and treat her respectfully and blow her.
I will. Oh, in a heartbeat.
See you, buddy. All right, I got to take some other calls, but I appreciate it. Good luck, Manny. Jeremy in Kansas just got a sleep apnea machine. I have my third test scheduled because, like I told that last dumb motherfucker that was in the test with me, the woman running the center I was at, I need an ASV machine. And she, no, you don't want that because that breathes for you. And I'm like, I know, dummy. I have fucking central apnea. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, so I just had a question. I just got it like a week ago. And I was just wondering, they didn't give me a choice in masks, but do you know which mask is the best? Or
hard to say. What do you have? Obstructive sleep apnea?
Yeah. Well, it's the one that I keep waking up 3 times every minute.
That's every sleep apnea. But is it because if it's because your tongue's getting in the way and you snore? It depends. Maybe you'd want an over the mouth or over the nose. Try different ones. Nasal pillows are supposed to be pretty comfortable. I can't say which one. That's a complete individual decision. Whatever's more comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Be good.
Bye.
Who knows? Let's see here. Derek in Rhode Island, a couple-year relationship, your girlfriend's afraid to fuck?
Yeah, I've been dating her now a couple of years, and she's a good egg when it comes to, oral. She'll let me lick her pussy. She'll let me lick her ass.
Oh, what a trooper.
She's definitely afraid.
Hold on, what else does she let you do? Drive her to work and take her to the airport?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Not all the time. She's not a whore.
All right.
Sometimes what she'll do is, I can kind of work a finger in, but she's really freaked out. We've tried to do vaginal with my cock, but she just, freaks out.
How old is she?
She's 26.
All right, enough with this already. It's time for her to fuck.
Right.
All right? How long are you dating her?
2 years now.
Yeah, you've been patient long enough. Was she ever molested?
That's the thing. She said she hasn't been, but,
okay.
The freak out. It's not like... She's like, it's really going to hurt. It's really going to hurt. It creeps me out when it fucking happens. I instantly go soft. And she's like, sorry. And I've told her to go to therapy. She doesn't want to. She says that nothing happened to her.
You know what else is going to hurt? Your fucking emotions when I leave you for a girl who fucks. 26, 2 years. It's time for her to take some dick. Is there anything wrong with her pussy? Is it normal size and shape?
It looks perfect to me.
Well, I don't know, man. That to me, if you're willing to wait, good for you. But that sounds very frustrating.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
All right. Well, I don't know what advice to give you. Tell her to date an Asian guy maybe and come back to you.
Right. All right. Thank you very much.
Good luck, buddy. James, when he comes, there's a large discharge. I wish that was James Norton calling. Hello?
Oh, hello. This is, how you doing, Jim?
I'm good, buddy.
Oh, whenever I come, it's the semen is real thick. It clumps up really bad.
Ugh. Well, you don't have VD or anything, do you?
No, everything seems to be fine. I mean, it started happening after my girlfriend, she was, reaching me to climax. She squeezed it too hard and nothing came out, and it just hurt like hell. And then from that time on, it seems like my semen's been real thick. Everything I've read says, about hydration, but, I miss my running jizzy loads that just keep roping out instead of this big discharge I got to pig out.
Wow. Do you might have what they call cottage cheese-itis. No, I don't know what that is, sir. I've never heard of just a thick, clumpy load. Did you leave your dick out in the sun for too long?
Yeah.
Sour?
I just let it base for a minute.
I would say go to the doctor. Go to the doctor and see what they say. If it's hydration, drink more water.
Yeah, I've been trying to drink a gallon of water a day to get get my loads back to that big, runny, juicy, youthful load. But now it's like just the old man cum just seeping out and it's decrepit.
Well, I don't know, my friend. I would say go to a doctor for that. I've never heard of it. But if it doesn't hurt, does it hurt?
No, it don't hurt. It just, it's just weird. Like, I'll, blow a big shameful load on my chest, and there's the thickness of it's just there. It's like, I don't know, it's like it's already been sitting and dried up. I didn't know if it might be a sign of dead sperm.
Wait, let me ask you. Now, do you come every day?
Yes.
Huh. Because my loads get like that, like if I go a few days without coming and I expect it to shoot, I think it's going to be like a cobra spitting, and it literally glumps out like fucking Blair's cousin Jerry eating ice cream. Right? I expect it to be a shooter, but if I jerk off and then the next day I jerk off again, it shoots, literally I hit myself in the chin.
See, the thing is like, with jerking off is not as bad, but like with sex, it's almost like it comes from the bowels of my balls and it cleans everything out. Like with sex, it's a lot worse.
What do you mean? It's thicker?
Yeah, it's like jerking off. It's more running.
Oh, do you know why? Wait, are you edging when you jerk off? Like, are you stopping and starting and stopping and starting? With sex, you just keep fucking till you come?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's the stopping and starting that's doing something. Maybe it's got your jizz all confused and it breaks down while it's fucking coming up and going back and coming up and going back.
Because whenever I have sex, the first time I have sex with a person, I won't hardly come either. Do you think that could be from the edging?
Maybe, yeah. Your masturbation style may be interfering with your sex or the, again, I notice different times I come different ways. So if there's a physiological reason for it, I wouldn't know. Dr. Steve would know. Yeah, it could be because you've got testicular fluid built up in the shaft. He would have a brilliant answer for that. I just don't know. My answer, just try jerking off different or don't jerk off for a little while. Don't edge. See if that helps.
Well, next time I jerk off, make my mom stare me in my eyes.
All right, good luck, buddy.
All right, you have a good day.
You too, my friend. Billy, married 12 years, your wife doesn't want to blow you. Hi, Billy.
Hello, Dr. Jimmy.
What's your advice? You want to know a good divorce lawyer?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, boss. I've been married to my wife. When I first met her, I think she stuck me right into the marriage. I mean, suck started me every morning.
Okay.
But now I'm kind of fucking pull teeth to get her to go down on me, and I just can't imagine going the rest of my life without a fucking blowjob.
Now, what's her reason when you ask her?
She says, same thing, what makes a woman give up sex? Wedding cake. It's,
Oh, did she say that?
Well, pretty much. I mean, she doesn't want to do it anymore. She's just like, I don't want to do that no more. I'm like, well, and I've told her straight up, if you don't suck it, somebody else will.
Well, let me ask you, have you put weight on since you got married?
Oh, yeah, probably 10 pounds, 15 pounds.
Oh, that's not that bad. Do your balls stink?
No, man. I got a good looking.
No, but I'm saying, do they smell? Are you coming home after a long day's work and maybe your asshole stinks or whatever, or maybe there's something unpleasant about it?
No, I even tell her I'll shower for her fucking right before, I don't mind clean,
Sure.
I shower every day and when I'm at home, I'm a truck driver. So when I go home, I take a week off and, I shower every morning and I go to bed. Yeah, I'm pretty clean.
Ask her if it's one of those reasons. Have you ever been unfaithful to her?
Well, I'm a truck driver.
Does she know that?
No, I would never admit it.
But has she suspected and called you on it?
Oh, yeah, many times.
Was she ever right, even though you didn't admit it?
Oh, of course.
Okay, here's why I'm asking you that. That might be her way of showing you she's very angry at you. That could be an anger thing. Like, it's like when I'm with somebody, if I'm with a girlfriend or whatever, and I'm really angry, my dick won't get hard. Like, it's my way of showing her I'm fucking angry. Like, I can't be sexual. I don't want to kiss. I don't want to fucking have lip contact. I'm going to spit on her. Like, that's my way of being angry is by just shutting down. So maybe her way of being angry with you, or she's angry or she knows something, or suspects something, is she doesn't want to suck your dick. She's just being angry with you and doesn't want to do it.
Well, even though I tell her, she doesn't have to work. She's got a big, beautiful house. She can stay home with the kids. I give her everything, and all I ask her is I only want 5, 10 minutes of your time once or twice a month. If you can't do that, I mean, I'm not going to change my fucking ways. I mean, she knows who I was when she married me.
Okay, but then again, maybe she's just maybe she feels like she's tired of being cheated on, or maybe that's what it is. There's obviously, to me, it sounds like she's really angry at something, or maybe she just doesn't like sucking your dick anymore. But usually, there's something behind that. Especially if you said she used to do it a lot, she's probably resentful about something.
Well, she doesn't mind fucking me all the time. It's just that she just doesn't want to go down there and do that anymore. And my thing is, I'm not sure that. I mean, I'm already looking around for something new that I can put my energy in and that I can spoil.
Well, don't forget, dude, fucking is for both of you. So if she fucks you, she might have her own needs being met in that moment, too. Blowjobs are just for you. So maybe she doesn't want to do something just for you. So you should talk that out with her and see if that's what it is. She might not admit it at first, but see if you can get her into that conversation. Or just get ready to move on if you're not happy.
All right. I think that's what I will do. I'll bring it up there and ask her, see if that might be maybe I'll nose around and ask her straight up if that might.
Yeah, but I would, ease into it, because she's not going to just come out and go, no, because she might not even realize that's what it is immediately,
Right. Well, I didn't think about that. I didn't think maybe she was not doing it out of resentment.
Possibly, yeah. All right?
Yeah, all right. Appreciate it, Jimmy.
Good luck, Billy. Now, to Frank in California. Hello, Frank.
Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. I am a extremely pathetic lay. Not well equipped and kind of a short shot. And I really need to know if Viagra will actually do anything to make me remotely interesting.
Well, my experience with Viagra has been it has made my dick very hard, and it's harder for me to come. And you can get your dick harder faster. So I think it does serve that purpose for most people. What it actually does, I think it was discovered by accident. It was some kind of a medication. It gets the blood flowing for your heart, right? Eroxane for the heart.
Yeah, I think it was for your heart.
I think that's what it was. And the side effect was it made your dick hard or whatever, and then they created Viagra. But it was an accidental discovery. So it does work, or it has for me. So, give it a shot, dude. It can't hurt. It's not going to make you a worse lay, I'll tell you that much.
Well, nothing could make me a worse lay, except maybe, dudes. But,
Well, good luck, my friend.
Thanks.
All right. Now, John in New York. Hello, John.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey. Yes, your turn. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right.
Cool.
Now, I started, drinking at a young age. My dad was pretty much an alcoholic.
Okay.
And then I joined the Navy. I was in for 10 years like a nuclear welder, and that was like the pride. You got to drink more than everybody else. And then it's just kind of kept going. And now it's the point where I used to be able to, make myself stop for a month or two to make sure I could.
Mm-hmm.
But now I try to stop. I'm like, I'm not going to drink today. And then I can't sleep. I lay there all night just staring at a fucking wall.
So it's made your life unmanageable. It's a problem for you.
Yeah.
Are you working? You are working?
Yeah.
Do you have insurance?
Shitty insurance, but I have some.
A lot of them cover rehabs. Have you thought of rehab?
I have, but I'm not a, good group person.
That doesn't matter. I mean, I understand that, but you're not doing it necessarily to be a good group person. You're doing it to stop this pattern, which will only continue to spiral down, and without stopping it, will never, ever spiral up on its own. The only way, as they say, you're on an elevator that only goes down, and the only way to get off it is to get off it. So rehab may be unpleasant, but there's always reasons why people think rehab is going to be unpleasant. Well, I'll miss work. Well, I'll do that. The option is to continue drinking. So if you can get into a rehab, my suggestion would be very strongly to get into the rehab, because the 30 days or whatever it is, A, it's much more accepted today. People go all the time. And B, it could save your life and give you a new life that is much, much better than the one you're living now.
Well, I'm thinking, that seems all right.
Well, if you're having a problem with the drinking, yeah, that's a lot of times the way it is. Things are okay when I'm not drinking, when I'm not. But, if you're having problems sleeping because you're not drinking, or you can't stop, that's never going to get better. it's only going to get worse, and the consequences are only going to get more and more intense.
Yeah, well, I see it. I mean, I'm at the point where I drink, and then I feel good, and then when I'm good and drunk, then I'm started thinking about, oh, Jesus, this sucks.
Yeah.
I should stop. And then, you know, the next day I'm like, oh, yeah, let me get some beer and think about that again.
Sure. Yeah, it's a pattern that doesn't, it's a pattern that just doesn't seem to break itself. So, I would definitely suggest trying a 12-step meeting, or any recovery meeting, you know, go into the phone book maybe or online, look up Alcoholics Anonymous or some of the other programs that might be out there and see if any of them are for you. But, you should definitely seek help somewhere. You know, as you know, it's very hard for an alcoholic to do it on our own. I'm not saying it's impossible, but for me it was.
Right. Yeah, I probably should have. Actually, not to blame you at all, Jimmy, but I saw you at Foxwoods last year. It was a great show. I hooked up with my ex-wife because she bought tickets to go.
Oh, good.
And as we were getting in the car, she's like, don't you want beer? It's a 4-hour drive. I'm like, oh, yes, I do.
Right. Yeah, well, that's why she's your ex-wife, because she's, you know, she's helping you kill yourself. I would suggest going out and trying either a rehab or calling a 12-step program, okay?
All right, man.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
Take care. Jim in Pennsylvania, back page hookers, my favorite subject. Hello, James.
Hey, Jimmy.
How are you?
Got kind of a problem. I've called you a couple times, but I've always gotten a little nervous and hung up.
Oh, you silly goose.
Well, you know how it goes.
Sure.
But, yeah, I just have this problem where all I do is surf Backpage and different websites, you know, and then I go on my phone and I sit there and I call them. And all I do is just talk to them for a little bit and then hang up.
I've done that too, and you're the phone freak that they hate. You're the guy that just annoys them, and they know you're jerking off because you ask leading questions. Like, you know, like, well, what would a session be? You're tugging your prick. Like, yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah, do you do any backdoor, you know?
Sure.
But, you know, I'm married, I got a great wife, and I got, you know, a couple kids, and I just find myself doing it, and it's going down a very destructive path, I think.
Sure.
I find myself doing it when I'm really bored, you know?
You know, it's funny, I do too. A lot of times I'm bored, but I also do it when I'm hungry, and I also do it when I'm stressed. But boredom is a big killer, so when I'm in a good place and I'm not doing it, I find that just finding a healthier activity, it sounds corny, it really helps a lot. Keeping myself busy helps a lot.
Well, I'm like all your other jack-off listeners. I drive a truck for a living, so I'm gone away from my wife, and you just sit here, you know? And there's not a lot you can do. You should be focused on the road, but you're really jacking off.
Yeah. Yeah, focus on something else, dude. It's hard, but it's simple. Sometimes if I'm focusing too much on sex, I have to focus on something else, you know?
All right, and then I had one other quick question for you.
Sure.
My wife and I have been together since high school, and we've always gotten along really well, but I'm a very sexual person, and she's a dud.
Oh, no. It's the worst.
And we've gotten along great other than that, but, I mean, when it comes to sex, she just wants to just lay there. You got any ideas on how I can...
Does she know that you feel this way?
Like 5 years.
Well, does she know? Does she know that you are bored?
Well, I'll talk to her about it. You know, like how I just need this, and I'd like this, and even though you don't like it, you know, I understand that, but I kind of need some give and take. You know?
Yeah.
And she just starts breaking down crying.
Oh, yuck! Well, maybe you're making. You don't want to make her feel bad. You know, what is she's like? I'm not enough for you.
No, it's not even that. It's just she doesn't care. She's one of those people that she could have sex or not. It doesn't matter.
Why'd you marry her?
Because I love her. I really do. She's a great person. And sex isn't everything, you know, but...
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, I'm so perverted and jaded. That would drive me nuts. Well,
but she does take care of me. She just doesn't do anything exciting.
Well, that's boring. How would you like it if she made fucking meatloaf every night? You'd hate it.
I actually like her meatloaf.
Yeah, I know that, but if you had it every night, you'd hate it. Once in a while, you'd be like, hey, throw some fucking potatoes in here or something. So I think you're right to want some variety. So yeah, that's why you're on Backpage, by the way.
I put two and two together, and I kind of think that, you know?
Yeah. So why don't you talk to her and tell her I'm going to pornography a lot. Don't have to tell her it's hookers. But will she watch porn with you?
She doesn't care. She's like, oh, if you want to watch porn, go ahead.
But she won't watch it with you.
No, well, I guess I've never really tried to be honest.
Try that. Try to bridge it. Maybe she'll find something she likes. Like maybe she likes big black dick. Just be ready for that.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, I'm serious. Like not to have sex with, but to watch. Just try to find something that will turn her on. See if you can tap into that perverted part of her.
Yeah, I'll keep trying on that. But all right, cool. I better let you go. You can get on with other people. So.
Thank you very much for your responsible broadcasting.
Love you, Jimmy.
Thank you, James. All right, let's go with Eric in Staten Island. Sobriety question. Yes, sir?
How you doing, Jimmy?
Great. How are you?
You're the man, first of all.
Oh, you're a sweetie. You're a doll.
I'm clean just under 60 days.
Good.
And I've been doing it for a while, and this is the longest I've had since probably I was 16.
Great.
And just, I started going to meetings, and people want me to do steps, and I know that I can't pick up. That's the one thing that I'm going on right now that's gotten me this far.
Sure.
And I just want to know how you kept clean in early sobriety. Did you do those kinds of steps, and did you do the meeting thing and that type of stuff?
Well, I did 12-step meeting and a lot of them, and I did what people suggested of me. I got a sponsor. I was very active in my home group. I had a couple of groups. I went most nights, and I hung out with people who were doing that. And lo and behold, what they told me would happen would happen. It became more comfortable. There was times where it was hard, but I followed the suggestions. Not all of them. I wasn't perfect, but I did the most basic one, which was to get active in a 12-step sober group and to contribute something and to feel a part of it. Like get there early and help set up the chairs. It's at the end of it, help clean up. And the reason is it makes me feel a part of the group. It's where you talk to people, go out for coffee afterwards. It's 60 days, man. It is an amazing accomplishment. But it's, in the span of your life, it's a short period of time. Yeah. So you just give yourself some time to adjust and adapt and realize that it will become in your comfort zone. You just got to give it some time. But keep going.
Did you jump right into that stuff, or did you wait a little bit?
Well, I mean, I went for a little while and felt my way around, but I got a sponsor pretty quickly, and he was a guy who was very active. So I would suggest getting into it quickly. What's the use of waiting? When I was drinking, I didn't fucking putz around. I just threw it down my fat face. When you walk into a bar, do you sit around and eat nuts for 3 hours, or do you just start drinking?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're the man, Jimmy. I love you.
Good luck, brother. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's see. Let's see. Andrew in New Jersey. He's a functional alcoholic. How to stop drinking? What needs to change? I have a feeling I might not have an answer for this. Hello, Andrew.
Yeah, that's the problem, Jim, because I don't think I'm ever going to hit rock bottom because
you
I
will.
never miss a day no, I never miss a day of work.
Sure.
Never had a DWE. I don't get totally trashed, but a day doesn't go by where I don't have to have a drink. A couple of them at least.
I think sometimes functional alcoholics have it even worse. Periodics are people that go long periods without drinking. And then all of a sudden when they drink, they're binging. There's a bunch of different ways it happens. And I think functional guys, while your life takes a lot longer to fall apart, makes it harder because there's so many easier ways to justify it. Like, well, I don't miss work, and hey, I never hit my wife, and hey, I don't go fuck you to the cops. But the thing is, it's obviously a problem for you, and you can't stop. You know that because you're calling me and you're saying I have to do it every day. And, we never get a DWE until we get a DWE. You never drunk drive and kill somebody until you do. And it sounds like really stupid, basic shit, but no alcoholic walks away unscathed. You say you'll never hit rock bottom. You don't know that. Rock bottom, I think everyone is going to hit it. Again, unless you die of cancer soon. It could be going to jail. It could be the loss of your marriage or your job, but whatever it is different for you. But you will continue to go down if you're an alcoholic and you can't stop drinking.
Right. So, any suggestions?
Dude, I would suggest you don't have to wait for that to happen. I mean, if you're right now questioning it, my suggestion would be this. Why don't you try some meetings, and then take 90 days. Give yourself 90 days of going to meetings and not drinking, or doing something 12-step oriented, not drinking, and then see how you feel. You lose nothing by doing that.
I can't see myself going to meetings, but definitely.
Why not?
Hold
on. Let me interrupt. Not any particular fellowship. I'm not endorsing any particular fellowship. But why can't you? What is it about it that you think you can't do?
I don't know. I just don't think I can get up in a room full of people and say hello. I'm here. Well, my name's not Andrew, but whatever.
Whatever your name is.
Yeah,
but
and I'm alcoholic. I don't think I could do that.
You don't have to, but if it's a room full of people are saying it, if everybody in the room is saying, hi, I'm Bill, I'm an alcoholic, hi, Frank, I'm an alcoholic, and you say, hi, I'm Andrew, an alcoholic, nobody looks at you twice.
Right.
If you say, hi, I'm Andrew, I'm a pedophile, they'll probably look at you. But if you say I'm an alcoholic, no one looks twice, dude. So you're just kind of fitting in. And, is that the biggest problem you have, is you're afraid you can't say you're an alcoholic? No,
but plus, I don't think anybody in my family knows I have this problem, so it's kind of...
Well, they don't need to know. That's why it's called, there are certain problems that are anonymous. Right. So you can literally just do it anonymously. Nobody has to know. It's nobody's business.
Right.
It's your business. It's a private, anonymous program if you want to go to it. So that would be my suggestion. Try the meetings, even though right now you're going, I don't need the meetings. Give it a shot. You're not going to lose anything by going. What, a few hours, an hour here, an hour there? Just go. Give it a shot and see how you feel.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion. You don't have to worry, dude. You don't have to worry. You don't have to wait until the one time where you think you're okay to drive and you're not, and you fucking run somebody over on a motorcycle and they lose their leg. Like, that does not have to be your bottom. You don't have to wait for that day to come. You recognize you have a problem. I stopped when I was 18. It never would have gotten better. It only would have gotten worse. I don't need to worry. Well, I was only 18. I know where it was going. And obviously you know something's wrong because you're calling and you're using an anonymous name, and this is a point of shame for you. So there's something happening here. So I would suggest, maybe it's a bit more serious than you're acknowledging to yourself.
Okay.
But try it, brother. Just give it a shot. You're not going to lose anything.
One more thing, Jim.
Yes, sir.
On a lighter note, I do chip in front of my kids. They think it's mine. They don't know that I'm copying from you. They think I'm the funniest fucking guy in the world.
Good for them. They're right. Fucking kids. They're geniuses.
Oh, God, motherfucker.
All right. Good luck, buddy. Because you want to be, you want to be sober. Like, women don't like it when you're drunk. Like if you ask any woman, what's the best gift you ever got? Without hesitation, without even thinking about it, she's probably going to say it was her engagement ring. She's not even going to mention drinking. She's not even thinking about drinking because the engagement ring is so important. It's not just a ring. It's not just a sign of affection. It's everything to her. Every time she looks down at her finger, or maybe she's trying to stare at her giant oversized clitoris and her finger's in the way. Every time she washes her hand, like let's say you've been intimate with her and you're kissing, and you can only come if she's knuckle deep in your anus. Every time she's fucking washing her fucking hand with Dawn liquid in the sink, she'll think of you. Every time someone stares at her hand because she's trying to pickpocket them, or she's groping a cock on the subway, every time someone looks down at her cock-grabbing hand, they'll go, wow, what a nice ring, you cock-grabbing hussy. And she'll go, oh, my fiance gave me this. You'll get the credit. Every time she shows her friends her hand, you're going to get the credit because she probably has like that wrinkly skin disease on her hand, whatever that is, and her scleroderma, however the fuck it is, and her hard fingers. Every time they look at her hard, awful fingers and say, yeah, your hand looks burned and scarred, but your ring is nice. She'll go, yeah, well, my scleroderma's not getting any better, but my fucking boyfriend bought me this great ring. It's got to be perfect. Steven Singer gets that. At Steven Singer Jewelers, they have the perfect system to make sure you get the perfect ring. Steven walks out with the ring on his cock and he throws his arms up. And the first one, she goes, ooh, she grabs. It's the perfect system. He knows how important it is. You got to get the perfect ring. It's a painless procedure. So many guys on this radio show have made the trip down to Steven Singer. What are you waiting for? Sam did it. Opie did it. E-Rock did it. Right, E-Rock? Yes, the whole fucking crew did it. They're all married. None of them are divorced. Just go online, IHateStevenSinger.com, or head to his store at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philly. It's right across the street from a dildo store. a dildo store, and they specialize in black only because it's Philly. Steven's got 100% money-back guarantee. You get the best service, the best value, the best experience, and simply the worst haircut on a person who owns a fucking jewelry store. Steven Singer. This is a guy you can trust with the most important gift you're ever going to give. You really can trust Steven Singer with everything. Except your cum. Don't leave your cum in his store because he'll throw it all over the floor and laugh. That's what he does. I left my cum. I had my cum in a little a beaker I was taking to the doctor, and I left it there accidentally, and he spilled it on the floor and laughed at me. Steven Singer Jewelers, the other corner of 8th and Walnut. 188 I Hate Steven Singer, or of course online, IHateStevenSinger.com. He really does take excellent care of you, and his money-back guarantee is no bullshit, and the products are great. That's why we tease him, because the products speak for themselves. But honestly, that was just I'm not even doing a live read. I'm just trying to talk to this guy about his drinking. James in Brooklyn, girlfriend for 5 months. She won't take her bra off during sex forever. Hello. This is probably fairly simple. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Happy birthday.
Thank you. How big are her breasts?
They're huge. They're like maybe an H or a J, something ridiculous.
Okay, so is she embarrassed about her areolas? They may have like those thick root veins on them, or are her nipples?
No, they're very tiny. They're surprisingly small.
Are her nipples big or small?
Small.
Do her tits droop and have stretch marks?
No, but they fall off to the side, like in between her armpits if she goes unbroad, and I think, it maybe hurts a little bit, tugs, and she's uncomfortable about it.
Okay, so is she embarrassed by it or physically uncomfortable?
Well, I can't get her to, admit it, but, she's gotten mad at me for using the word tits. At first, it took forever just to get her bra off once, and then, now it happens once a month if I'm lucky.
Yeah, well, her whole life she's probably been hearing tits from every kid in high school. Tits, tits, she's probably tired of that word, so don't call them tits.
All right, I'll call them sweater puppies.
Sweater puppies, or fucking say, those two things that make me like you. I'm sure that wouldn't hurt her feelings.
Well, what's a nice way that I could, tell her that I tell her I like her body, I love her body and all that.
Look, you love all of her, and if you're dating, it's not fair that she's hiding a piece of her body from you sexually. That's like literally if you kept your balls in a ball cover. It's silly. Now, I'm not saying she should walk around braless because it's physically uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But if she's keeping her bra on, maybe she'll get more comfortable, dude. It's 5 months. And maybe for her, every guy has groped and grabbed at her tits like a fucking animal, and she's tired of that shit. So maybe for her, it's a psychological thing where she doesn't even know she's testing somebody, but she wants to make sure you really like her, and it's just not her big, fat, fucking H tits. How does she like them played with? Roughly or softly? Probably softly, right?
Yeah, and I think she's a little bit indifferent, but, I can't really gauge it. She says it doesn't feel much, but, she seems to like it when I do it,
Yeah, I think her tits have become such a part of her identity in a bad way, and she can never hide them because they're so big. She's probably sick of them, and maybe that's just made her weird about them sexually. My only suggestion would be to tell her that you like all of her body, and you don't think it's, look, I don't just like you for your breasts. I like all of you. Maybe she doesn't want you just focusing on her tits either. I'm sure she's probably dated guys that were breast men, and all they want to do is fuck her tits and suck them and juggle them and make noises, and they ignore her pussy and her thighs and her stomach and her ass.
Oh, no, I give her a great pussy love. In fact, we've had issues because she's a little repressed. It took me 3 months to get a blowjob, and she said I was the first guy she ever did it to. She's only been with 2 guys. She's 30, she's very repressed, and she's open to doing stuff when I ask for it and when I get her into the mood and all that stuff, but she doesn't take any initiative, and I kind of got upset and had a little talk with her because, I want to feel wanted sometimes,
Sure.
Not just me, plowing it home every night and getting
Sure.
all, wet and shit.
Well, she has some issues. I mean, she's shy sexually, so you may have to be very patient with her and break her in. But all these things, if you're the first dick she's ever sucked, that's a big step. So she did do that. How old is she?
31.
And she never sucked a cock?
First one, and it was pretty good.
All right, well, I don't know why I'm angry. Obviously, there's some issues there, so you're going to have to be patient and go slow. But she did pop your dick into her mouth, so there's hope for her, okay?
Absolutely.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Hi, Kyle. What is your question about the difference between comedian and comic? What do you want to know?
Yeah. You know, I have a radio show in upstate New York, and I've got your buddy Doug Stanhope. He's coming into town, and I talk about it on the radio, and I say I don't know what the hell the difference is between a comedian and a comic. I don't know what's the proper, vernacular, I guess. So
I don't think either one of them. To be honest with you, you could call me either. Don't call me late for supper. Little levity I throw in there, No, I don't know. That's a humorist, by the way, who would say that. Comic and comedian, the same thing. We refer to ourselves as both. He's a good comic. I don't think there's any difference. I mean, Doug may think there's a difference. I don't know. I'd be interested to hear someone's reason for saying there is, but I can't think of any difference.
Yeah. Okay, I'm clearly no comedian or comic or whatever. So
comedian, what are you saying? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I didn't want to be mean or anything. So like, hey, it's Doug Stanhope. He's coming to the town. He's a comic, comedian. I don't know.
Yeah, either one is fine. Just say Doug's a humorist. Yeah, he's a humor. Tell Doug he's a humorist. I'm sure he'll love that.
A humorist. All right, I'll tell him.
And tell him I said hello.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Be good, man. Yes, Tom in Texas. You had a chick for 3 years. You just moved to Texas, and she found out he cheated in Texas or before you moved. Yes, Tom.
Hey, how you doing, Jim?
Good, buddy.
All right. Well, I fucked up royally.
When?
Back in May.
Okay. How'd she find out? I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. How'd she find out?
On Sunday, I don't know, the girl still texts me because we work together, so it was a big thing for me to go away, and I just told her, I just text her to, just to text her, just to stop the text from coming in.
Sure.
Just to shrug them off. But she found out, and then she, it got forced out of me. I didn't want to admit to it.
How'd she find out? She read your phone?
She was in my phone, yeah, she was in my phone. I was sleeping. I took a nap.
All right.
And, so yeah, she found out that I had to tell her I fucked her because, and I this girl is amazing. I love this girl, and, I fucked up, because, I was away from her. We were long distance for 3 years, and, I don't know what I was thinking, and I did it, and...
Is it the only time you've cheated in a relationship? Honestly, no.
Yeah.
Really is the only time?
The one time.
Did you feel guilty about it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it just me not, getting any, it caught up to me, and then I let myself do it.
How long did you see the other girl for?
I don't know, for 3 weeks. She was feeding me, and then it culminated into an encounter.
How many times did you fuck her?
Just in one night, just twice.
Oh, there was only one night of sex with her?
Yeah, but this girl, she's really she already had trust issues, all that stuff. And I was supposed to be, not that type of guy, and it turned out it was.
Well, now you're with her. That you were long distance, and now you're with her, right?
Yeah, I was with her. I've been living with her for a month, and then.
Well, maybe. Look, I don't know. I mean, again, can she forgive you? That is the question. That's totally up to her.
That's what I'm trying to work on. Is when I'm talking to her, she's still texting me, and she calls me once in a while. It's only been 4 days, but.
Wait, who's calling you? Your girlfriend or the other chick?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Okay.
She's still talking to me, which is, I guess, is a good thing. But it's just I don't want to push myself, be forgive me, and seem like it's all about me. But because I understand how she feels.
Yeah, you hurt her. She feels betrayed. All you can do, I think. It's easy to say I'll never do it again. Is understand that she's really mad and she's really hurt, and whatever her process is to get through it, just try to be patient with it and don't rush her to saying, okay, no problem, I forgot about it. This will always come up, but I think as time goes on, if you prove yourself, if she stays with you, if you prove yourself to be trustworthy and honorable, and now you're with her and it will never happen again, I think it's survivable, dude. One time in 3 years in a long-distance relationship and you're a guy, and, that's a survivable thing if she's willing to move on from it.
Right. That's what I'm working on, yeah.
Yeah, there's not much I can tell you, buddy, because it's really up to her.
I knew this was a hard one for you. I knew it.
Yeah.
That's the call.
It is, because it's not really, there's not much you can do other than just being patient with her, and you've been honest. So I think deep down you wanted to get caught. That's why you left your phone open, or you let her see your passcode and you didn't delete that text. There was a lot of ways around that, dude, and you didn't do any of them.
Exactly.
So deep down, I think you wanted to get caught and get it off your conscience and have a fresh start, because now you're here in Texas and there's no lies. So hopefully she'll see it that way and forgive you.
All right, Jim, you're good.
Thank you,
You're
buddy.
the best.
Good luck, man.
All right.
And hello, Dan in Oklahoma with the abnormally small penis. How are you?
I'm all right.
I only have 2 minutes, buddy. 1 minute, sorry. How big's your dick?
About an inch and a half long.
Oh, no. Is it really? Are you kidding or no?
Do what?
You really? It really is. How they have the micro penis?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Do you have a girlfriend or a wife?
No, I don't.
Wow.
No, I'm 40 years old. I've been married. I heard the same line from her that, you know, all women say, "Oh, it's fine, don't worry about it."
Okay.
But it's a self-esteem thing.
Sure.
And I jack off 2-3 times a day.
Do you eat pussy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you use your fingers. Like, what you have to do is find a girl. A lot of women, dude, like when you eat their pussy better. And maybe you could use a dildo on a girl or a vibrator. Like, yeah, right, you have to work around it because it's a small dick, but it doesn't invalidate you as a person, and it doesn't mean that you can't have a completely healthy relationship and make a girl come buckets, as Chip would say. You just got to do it with your mouth and fingers and dildo. You might have to put a little bit of extra effort in, but it does not invalidate you at all, dude. And I know that as guys, we put so much stress on our cock size. I mean, even me and my 11-inch dick. I mean, I feel insecure. I'm kidding, like somebody would have believed that. But it does not invalidate you as a person. Guys with 10-inch cocks do commit suicide. Do you know what I'm saying? It sucks, yeah, but there's certainly a workaround, and you can live a very, very normal sexual life with it.
Okay, is there anything that you know that does work to try to get a little bit better length? I mean, my girth is fine.
I would say, have you tried Viagra, which may help only a teeny bit?
No.
Try a Viagra, see if that helps. Maybe that will give you a little bit of extra blood rush in there. There might be a vein they can cut behind your ball. Like, I don't know if that helps or if it hurts your dick, but obviously that's a question for a doctor. But there may be something they can do. I just don't want to give you the wrong answer on that. I would try a Viagra and just see if that gives you an extra inch or so.
Okay.
All right, call back. Let us know, because I'm actually curious, okay?
Okay, thanks, Jimmy.
All right, Dan, thanks for the call. We got to go. Thank you guys very much for listening.